Guys, you are never going to believe it! We're doing another Classic WoW video. Classic WoW is such a unique game in the MMO genre at the moment. The 15-year-old version of the game is just so much more different compared to retail WoW or really any other MMO out there at the moment. For that reason, Classic WoW has its own unique community, and there are certain things that only they will understand and totally know what the heck you're talking about if you bring it up. So with that said, let us talk about 10 things that only Classic WoW players will understand, starting with number 1. Number 1, how amazingly slow your leveling journey is going to be. A big part of Classic WoW is the leveling, and it's honestly my favorite part of the game. I'm an altaholic, what can I say? But let's be real, it takes like an average of 5 to 6 days to get to level 60, and boy, it is a slow-ass journey. Getting to 60 involves a lot of grinding, questing, walking, ganking lower-level players than you to remind them of their place because they're a bunch of Alliance pussies, and a whole lot of patience. But when you finally reach that milestone, that level 60, it feels amazing. Yes, the journey to 60 is a slow one, but that slow nature of the game, it makes everything a lot more impactful. From leveling up your professions, to exploring new zones, even to when you get that sweet upgrade in Scarlet Monastery, that beast of a weapon that will feel like a godsend for the next several hours of gameplay, perhaps even days of leveling. It might be slow, but it's absolutely fantastic. Number 2, that feeling of never having enough quests. Classic WoW is kinda notorious for not having enough quests in its zones to really meet the needs of leveling up. Let's be real, okay? That means that most players will need to resort to that wonderful age-old thing that is grinding. No, not that type of grinding. It's silly. I'm talking about mindlessly killing mobs for hours and hours and hours. Now, if you're a mage, aka the best class in the game, this is pretty easy, and it's one of the best ways to level. But if you aren't one, you just gotta go kill mobs one by one while you're sitting in your underwear watching Netflix on your other monitor. This just confirms that mages are the best class in WoW. I mean, come on guys, we all know it's true, right? Hit the like button if you agree. And if you disagree, hit the like button too. And then leave a comment and say Farkle Dipple. You know what I'm talking about. Number 3, trying to form a dungeon group. Now, if you've tried to form a group in Classic, you know how painful this is. It's like sticking, actually, I'm not gonna make that metaphor. In retail, all you have to do is press a little button and you will automatically be queued up with 4 other random people. But in our beloved Classic WoW, getting a group together involves advertising in the world or general chat. Yeah, you're gonna have to create a group yourself. The horror! However, the big positive of this system is that you need to make friends in game. Like, it almost demands it. When you don't have an infinite amount of people to group up with, you need to make friends with some of the people around you so that you can invite them or be invited to their groups for the future. You know, call them up on the phone on Discord and be like, hey man, log in, I need some help, and they'll hop in, you know? And really, that's something that every Classic WoW player can relate with, and that is friendship. It's like a real life Lord of the Rings adventure, kinda, just not as epic. We're gonna talk about some other dumb stuff though later on in the video, so don't worry, it's not all positives. Let's keep going. Number 4, dealing with a clueless dungeon group. You know, sometimes it's hard to make friends, especially when your whole group sucks. Whether it be a tank who forgot to bring a shield, a healer that is AFK for 50% of the time, or a DPS that doesn't understand the concept of threat. You won't believe how horrible it is to have trash players in your group. And guys, it ain't like you can just kick them and find another person. I mean, you can if you really want to, but there ain't no damn button to do it for you. So you know what you gotta do? You gotta head straight back to begging and trade chat, kiddo. Right back to Orgrimmar, right back to Stormwind. If you are balls deep in some Black Rock depths, and Undead Ganker ain't doing his job, you are either gonna need to offer him some healthy feedback to ensure that the run is a success, or that run is over. It's over. Either way, rather than just telling him to piss off, you're stuck with Undead Ganker for the rest of your run. So have fun with that. But legit, you know, he might actually be a real cool guy. He may even get himself a beautiful shirt off your online store to support you and your YouTube channel if he's really cool. Isn't that right, fellas? Number 5, admiring geared players. While on your adventures around Azeroth, you may stumble across level 60 players in cities or in the open world, and my God, they look amazing. Seeing a player decked out in epics, sporting flashy PvP titles, and riding the most badass of mounts, if only we could be that amazing, right? But we can be! Through hard work, perseverance, braving the horrors of Azeroth, and getting involved with a strong community of fellow players, we too can achieve greatness and be the ones to be admired. Or you can just run LFR and do everything easy mode. If all that doesn't sound like fun, you just go play BFA. Bitch. Number 6, the journey. The journey is a huge part of classic WoW. It's not like the modern game where you have portals galore and flying mounts that go from nothing to Mach 10 speed in half a second. Nah, man. You need to walk your slow ass across Azeroth, and you're gonna like it. Now let me give you an idea of some of the great non-quest quests that you as a player will get to enjoy. If you're an Alliance player and you want the flight path to Stone Talon Mountains, well guess what, buddy? Guess what you gonna do? You're gonna have to walk all through Ashen Vale, through the Barrens, dodging Horde players, go up through Stone Talon Mountains, and there he is. There's that flight master. It's a bitch, but it's a journey. Or there's the famous Wetlands run, where low-level night elves have to trek through the wetlands zone, having to constantly dodge crocodiles, raptors, pissed-off orcs that lie hidden in the mountains, all to reach that big, beautiful city of Ironforge hidden in the cold mountains afar. Now you might think this is a pain in the ass, but a lot of people love this adventure. They love this element of the game, and in fact, I even made a video all about the Wetlands run, which you can watch. Yeah, right there. Right there. Check it out sometime. Watch it. Number 7, getting your first mount. There's sex, there's winning the lottery, there's your mother bringing you hot, steamy tendies late at night when you're playing video games, and then, on a whole other level of epicness, there is getting your first mount at level 40 in Classic WoW, because travel is such an integral... It's really important, okay? So getting that majestic horsey or your fluffy wolf is a huge milestone for any character, and getting your epic mount is an even greater occasion. Epic mounts are not cheap, no. So when you finally save up enough gold to get that mighty Kodo, it will just bring a tear to your eye from how amazing it really is. Just don't look into your wallet, otherwise you'll definitely shed some tears. Real tears though, not tears of joy. You'll see what I mean. Number 8, always being poor. Hey, speaking of losing a ton of money to unnecessary and mostly pointless crap, Classic WoW players know how important gold really is. You need it for spells. You need it for food, for water, repairing, consumables, your mount, gear, enchants, paying for a lap dance in Goldshire. Dude, you name it. Gold's important for like pretty much everything. Farming gold is a huge part of the game, and everybody is hustling to make that dough, including you. And if you don't learn the rules of the money game, kids, you are gonna be left behind. If you are a class like a hunter or a mage, you got it easy to make gold. Just go mindlessly farm mobs at breakneck speeds while the rest of us will look on and envy. It's cool. I'm not jealous. But if you're a priest or a warrior, getting gold, it's a much bigger struggle. Just don't turn into that guy begging for gold on the streets of Orgrimmar, or a Twitch streamer who constantly asks his community for gold. Because nobody likes that guy. Right, guys? Number 9, running out of consumables. A lot of the classes in Classic they need items to use a lot of their abilities. So for example, shamans need unks to reincarnate, druids need seeds in order to battle res, rogues need poisons. Any classic player knows how painful it is to be in a dungeon or in the middle of nowhere and run out of these extremely important items. I think the most famous of all these moments is when you're a hunter and you run out of arrows. Like, it's very embarrassing. So now as a hunter, here you are having to resort to hitting mobs with your untrained sword skill while your pet cat looks on like you're a complete idiot. Don't judge me, Mr. Fluffs! Please! But the good thing is, nobody here has ever had that happen to them, right? After all, we're the best players in the game. You know, we're the Nixxiom community. We don't make mistakes around here. Right, guys? That's right. At number 10, Stranglethorn Vale / the horrors of World PvP. Last but not least, I think everybody can relate to the hell that is Stranglethorn Vale, aka Cutthroat Vale. Why is it that every time I go into this fucking zone, I am constantly outnumbered by the opposite faction? Why is there always rogues just waiting at the Nessingwary camp, waiting to feast on my tears? In highly contested PvP zones like this, there always seems to be more of the opposite faction. Dude, I don't understand. Blizzard has set up some sort of layering system that specifically screws me over. I can guarantee it. Is it because I said in the recent video that there was a lot of wasted potential in the patch 8.3? Is it because I smashed the spirit healer in the new machinima? Why, Blizzard? Why? And that's it, everybody. 10 things that every classic WoW player can relate to. Some stuff being for the newbies, some for the veterans, but each point for the community as a whole. I hope you guys enjoyed the list, but is there something that you might have added to it? Something else that we all can maybe relate to? Maybe a specific NPC, one that kills everybody and shows no mercy to the innocent. I don't know, something. Either way, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, as it helps the channel. Share it with a BFA baby, and I will see you guys with my next video.